What is your role and position in promoting active lifestyles in South Georgia?
Well, I'm the owner of Get Active Running and More in Valdosta, Georgia, a running store that also caters to walkers and other sports. And I also write an article weekly in the Valdosta Daily Times for the Sunday newspaper about being active in the community, being athletic, running, walking, things along those lines, and promoting that information. I also have a Wednesday evening radio show on News Talk 105.9 FM, WVGA Valdosta, that is called Get Active South Georgia, and we talk about, bring in experts who are going to discuss how people can be active and people who are active and how they go about being active to help motivate others to do it. And certainly through the store, I also do a great deal of events which help promote the idea in the community of how to get out there and be a part of runs and walks and other activities in the name of being active.
What are the overall benefits in exercise that you have observed?
Well, personally, my own observation is that I, in November of 2005, weighed over or right around 205 pounds. I now weigh 140 pounds. And that the change was done through being active and a little bit of dietary monitoring. But I had the distinct pleasure, day in and day out, of seeing people that come into this store who are interested in controlling their weight, weight management, and just, they come in, they're excited about the idea of being active. They get the proper equipment, they go back out and they start being active, they enjoy the activity, and then they come back again because their shoes are worn out, they've done so much with them, and they're not the same person anymore. They are not only weight-wise, but their outlook on life is much brighter. They're just a happier person, and it's a lot of fun that we get to see this time and time again at the store, and look forward to having more people in the same way.
If someone is starting out, what course of training would you recommend?
I would strongly suggest train smarter, not harder. For many people, no pain, no gain is their motto, and I disagree with it. Vince Lombardi was great in motivating football players, but most of them were hurt. The train smarter, not harder method is to start with an incremental increase, and what you're looking for there is that you start slow and easy, and you work your way up. Rest is very important. And the rule of thumb is approximately you do not increase from one week to the next more than 10% of what you did the week before. In simple terms, if you walked 10 miles one week, then 10% of that is 1 mile. The next week you do no more than 11 miles. In this fashion, your body, your bones, your ligaments, your tendons, your muscles, and throughout your body are getting warmed up, and they are getting incrementally increasing the stress, therefore they can handle it. If you go from 10 miles one week to 35 miles the next week, I can pretty much guarantee you will be broken down by the third week. And we want people to continue their activities and not be stopped.
Have you encountered any diabetes patients in your line of work?
We have had the distinct pleasure of having a number of people in the store who are diabetic. We offer a line of shoes that are designed specifically for diabetics because they have no seams in them, so the chances of getting blisters are much more reduced. However, as long as you properly fit a shoe for someone who has diabetes or anyone else, then the shoe is more enjoyed. And we have certainly seen the improvement in their health along the way because they are now being active, and it helps them control their situation much better.
And what role should schools play in teaching kids the life skills for healthy eating and exercising?
Well, the kids are with them for about 8 hours a day, and so it shouldn't be a void, in my opinion. The family certainly has got more control over it than school, but nutritionally, having interviewed the Valdosta school system and the Lowndes school system, I'm aware that their nutritional, the dietary items that they offer for the school for lunches and breakfast far exceed the state's requirements, which exceed the national requirements. So if children eat the foods that they are recommended to eat and that are fixed for them, they will meet and have good nutrition. With regards to the athletic or being active, I firmly believe that being athletic or being active in school, having PE, some time to be active is very much important and should be promoted, not discouraged. All studying doesn't make Johnny a well-rounded child. I believe you should be able to spend the time on academics, also being active, and the arts to be a well-rounded, educated individual so that you can make proper choices later on as you grow up. And the schools have a position, but the family also has a very strong influence on the kids.